Do you feel lost, stressed out, or like you don't know what to do with your life? Find out how the old samurai rules, which were based on the ideas of the famous Miyamoto Musashi, can help you get through the chaos and see things clearly. Step 1. Adopt the principle of Mushin. Mushin, which means no mind, is a samurai teaching that stresses having a clear mind that is free of fear, doubt, distractions, and too much thinking. Miyamoto Musashi thought it helped him stay fully present, flexible, and sure of himself. It wasn't just a way to fight, it was a way of life. To become Mushin, you need to practice awareness, which means keeping your mind on the present. Meditating is a great way to get into this state because it helps block out noisy thoughts and feelings. To reach Mushin, you need to train and prepare all the time. This makes it possible for your mind to act automatically when it's needed. Letting go of attachments to results and becoming more self-aware is another part of Mushin. When we let go of these worries and believe in our abilities, we can see things more clearly. This doesn't mean you should stop caring. It just means you should act with purpose and let things happen as they may. It's also important to be self-aware when practicing Mushin because it helps you focus on the present moment and makes room for clarity and understanding. You can go through life with calm confidence and no question or fear if you practice presence, discipline, and trust. Mushin is a practice of being present, being disciplined, and trusting that gives people the power to go through life with calm confidence and no distractions. Musashi said, "The primary thing when you take a sword in your hands is your intention to cut the enemy. Whatever the means, if you accept Mushin, you can start living a life with focus, purpose, and unwavering strength." Step 2. Understand the concept of Saijiku. One of the most important samurai principles is Saijiku, a Japanese word that means peace in the middle of chaos. For fighters like Miyamoto Musashi, this idea wasn't just a way of life. It was also a way to stay alive in battle. It helped them stay clear and precise, even when it was literally life or death. In the modern world, Saijiku shows us how to find inner peace and focus in the midst of all the problems and distractions in life. At its core, Saijiku is about learning to be cool even when things are going wrong. Musashi stressed how important it was to keep a calm mind no matter what had happened. His ability to stay calm helped him see things clearly, act in the right way, and make good choices, whether he was in a duel or traveling. This clarity wasn't just because he wasn't feeling anything. It came from controlling his thoughts and staying focused. In the world we live in now, chaos often shows up as too much knowledge, emotional stress, or the need to perform all the time. It's easy to lose focus when your mind is full of requests from others and worries from inside. Adopting Saijiku helps you get back in charge of your feelings and thoughts, which lets you act on purpose instead of reacting without thinking. Adding purposeful moments of stillness to your daily life is a good way to start understanding and living Saijiku. This could be as easy as taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, becoming more aware, or spending time in nature instead of front of screen. These times help you center your thoughts and return your attention to the present. You can also develop Saijiku by making routines that make your life more peaceful. For example, meditating, writing in a book, or stretching first thing in the morning can help you feel calm all day. These kinds of rituals clear the mind, making it possible for clarity to appear even when things are going crazy around you. Another important part of Saijiku is controlling your emotions. Musashi taught that fear and anger make it hard to think clearly and make quick choices. When you're faced with a problem, take a moment to think about it without letting your feelings get in the way. Deep breathing, gradual muscle relaxation, or thinking about your core values are all techniques that can help you stay grounded and calm inside. Saijiku doesn't mean avoiding problems or holding back your feelings. Instead, it's about having the mental strength to face life head-on. You'll be able to handle life's storms with clarity and grace if you follow this principle and make choices that are in line with your values. Musashi said, "The way you train is the only way you can fight." As on the battlefield, learning Saijiku helps you see things clearly even when things are going crazy. Step 3. Follow. The Japanese word kaizen, which means continuous improvement, is at the heart of samurai thought. It represents the idea of making small, steady changes for the better in every part of life. For the samurai, this concept wasn't just about getting better at fighting. It was also about being the best in their character, their discipline, and their way of life. One of the most famous samurai, Miyamoto Musashi, lived by this concept and was always improving his plans, ways of thinking, and beliefs. Using Kaizen can help us make sense of the often confusing things that happen in our lives today and give us direction and a sense of purpose. The idea of slow growth is one of the most powerful parts of Kaizen. There are times when we believe we have to take huge steps to get things done. This way of thinking can make you angry, tired, or even unable to move because you're afraid of failing. The Kaizen idea tells us to make small changes every day, which grow into big changes over time. The goal is not to be perfect, but to make progress. No matter how small, each step forward gives you more confidence and helps you see where you're going. To follow the Kaizen road, you should first think about what parts of your life you want to change for the better. It could be your health, your relationships, your job, or your own growth. Instead of making goals that are too big, break them down into steps that you can handle. For example, if you want to get in better shape, start with a daily 10-minute walk instead of a tough workout plan. Make a promise to read one page of a book every day if you want to learn more. The key is to be consistent. When you do these small things on a regular basis, they add up to big effects over time. Musashi stressed how important it is to think about yourself in order to keep getting better. He thought that looking at both wins and failures would help you find patterns and make better choices in the future. Take a moment to think about how well you did each day or job. What went well? How could I have done it better? What can I do better tomorrow? This habit of thinking about things helps you not only get better at what you do, but also see your strengths, flaws, and growth areas more clearly. Being ready to change and learn is another important part of Kaizen. Musashi's life was marked by his never-ending quest for control and knowledge. He learned many things, from painting to swordsmanship, always looking to learn new things and improve his skills. Also, try to live your life with a growth attitude. Be willing to listen to other people, ask for feedback, and see problems as chances to learn. By following the Kaizen road, you develop the mindset that things are always changing. As you keep going on this path, you start to see not only where you are, but also where you're going and how each step helps you grow as a whole. The book Kaizen gives you a plan to stay focused on purpose and in line with your purpose in a world full of distractions and stagnation. Step 4. Practice. A key samurai concept was zanshin, which means state of relaxed awareness. In battle or in normal life, it means being fully present and alert. Musashi thought of zanshin as a state of being very aware of both your surroundings and your own inner self. Practicing zanshin helps you stay focused and clear in a world full of distractions. It's about being aware of the present while also being ready for what's coming next. This level of awareness for Musashi let him guess what his opponents would do next and react perfectly. Get rid of any distractions before you start practicing zanshin. Turn off alerts. Give yourself time to do things and focus on just one thing at a time. Pay full attention to what you're doing, whether it's work, a conversation, or a personal job. Being aware of yourself is also a part of zanshin. Watch what you think, feel, and how you feel physically. When you act, are you scared or sure of yourself? Do the choices you make help you reach your goals? Check in with yourself often to keep your mind clear and centered. Musashi's work stressed that being aware leads to clarity. When you do zanshin, you learn to see things as they really are, not as you want to fear them to be. This concept is a strong way to get clear in a world that is always changing. Step 5. Let go of attachments. In their understanding of how temporary life is, the samurai believe that connection leads to pain. Musashi wrote a lot about how important it is to be detached from life, not as a way to reject it, but as a way to live openly and clearly. Attachments, whether they are to things, people, or results, can make it hard to make decisions and add extra stress. Musashi taught that letting go of things you can't change makes you more clear. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It just means you stop holding on. Find out what you're too attached to before you try to practice separation. Are you fixated on something like wealth, approval, or a certain person? Think about whether these ties help you grow or get in the way of your clarity. It takes trust and guts to let go. Believe that letting go of what is holding you back will make room for understanding and new chances. Musashi's teachings tell us that life is changeable and that holding on to fixed ideas or outcomes makes it harder to adapt and do well. By separating from something, you can get rid of stress and misunderstanding that aren't necessary. Life starts to look like it is, not how you want it to be. This point of view is necessary to get clear and live a meaningful life. Step 6. Honor. Shoshin means to look at life with the mind of a child. Open, interested, and free of ideas. Musashi thought that every fighter, no matter how good they were, should always be humble and ready to learn. It's often easier to understand things when you look at them without any bias or opinions getting in the way. To honor Shoshin, make sure you are always interested in new things. Ask questions, look at things from different points of view, and question what you believe. When you're faced with problems, think like a student instead of an expert. In his works, Musashi stresses that being humble is a way to grow and become more clear. He thought that pride kept us from seeing chances and new ideas. Being humble keeps you open to learning, whether it comes from a teacher, a friend, or someone you wouldn't expect. Accepting confusion is also a part of Shoshin. Instead of being afraid of what you don't know, look at it as a chance to learn and grow. This way of thinking not only helps you see things more clearly, but it also adds new events and insights to your life. Step 7. Live with Kahaku, which means spiritual energy, is what it means to live with meaning and energy. The samurai didn't just try to stay alive. They tried to live their lives fully and on purpose. This idea is reflected in Musashi's teachings, which tell us to live with unwavering determination and make our actions match our beliefs. Think about what's important to you if you want to live with Kahaku. What do you believe in and what do you love? Follow these rules in everything you do and let them help you make choices. Musashi thought that knowing your goal made you clear. When you live with purpose, you get rid of things that aren't important and concentrate on what does. In every part of your life, this alignment gives you a sense of focus and fulfillment. Living with Kahaku also means facing problems with strength and courage. Musashi taught that hardship is a chance to make your heart stronger. Face the hard things in life with determination, and you'll understand your purpose and find your power. Miyamoto Musashi taught the samurai ideals, which are timeless lessons for getting things straight in life. You can get through life's challenges with focus, purpose, and peace if you follow the other concepts, such as Mushin and others. These teachings tell us that clarity isn't a place you get to. It's a state of mind you develop by being disciplined, aware, and living on purpose.